Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Factorio. So where we left off last episode was we had finished the iron, well, not finished, nowhere near finished, but we'd started iron ore processing into plates. I've gone ahead and basically just replicated that whole thing over here. Now we have, luckily enough, finished the basic research we needed, the automation one that we were working on, which is that one. So now we actually have access to the long-handled inserter and the assembly machine one. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to automate. Oh, yeah. See, I don't want to have to deal with this anymore. So let's automate coal entry here and into the furnaces up here. I think that'd be a good idea to what to do next. So we're going to need, let's get one of these. Let's grab some more iron because I know we're going to need it. Okay, and just take that. Steal you all. Did I take 284? I did take 284. Okay. So we're actually going to do this a little bigger than we have the other ones. Let's do 4 to begin with. Okay, so here's our patch down here. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, now. This isn't going to last us very long, but it'll at least last us to get started. Okay, so let's go like this. So 1, 2, and we'll come up here. So that goes to 1 up. Okay, so 2, 3. That should cover that whole area. Nice. Okay, then of course we're going to need a lot more belts than what we have. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're definitely going to be automating belts soon. Sooner rather than later. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm coming. There we go. So just drag you across here. Nice, and then we'll put you up here. Run you up here, and let's get some power to the place. Okay, so I don't want to go too close to here. That looks good. That looks good. And then if we come down here, yeah, we're not going to join up there. Okay, so that should cover that, and that should cover that. Nice! Okay, so let's just actually do something with this. So we're going to go this way with it. Oh, come on. And then we're going to take a turn. There we go. And then let's go up. And we're just going to bypass this. Don't want to go over our copper field because we're definitely going to need all the copper. There we go. And rotate that. And we'll just go all the way up like that. Oops. Okay, you're in my way. You are in my way. Okay, now, do we have access to the splitter yet? No, we don't. That sucks. Okay. So we're going to have to automate this one later. Okay, so let's start by automating. Come on. There we go. So we're actually going to start by just automating the iron for now, I think. Where did we set our iron? Okay, that works. So, more. Yeah. Always need belts. Always need lots and lots of belts. Okay, so let's continue up. There we go. And we're going to turn you. Oh yeah, you're connected. Good. I was wondering where my coal went. And we're going to turn you like that. And might as well get you connected. And then up you go. Nope, don't want you there. Turn you. Seriously? See what I mean about needing so many belts? Actually, I'm like 10. Okay. Connect you. And because I know we're going to need it, we're just going to go out that way for now. Okay. Now, we've gotten our coal to our supply, but how are we going to insert them? Because it's all the way over on this belt. This is where that first research comes into play, the long-handed inserter. This actually reaches over belts and allows you to grab stuff on the other line. So, if we put this here and you here, we are now automatically inserting... Oh, right, wrong way. Whoops. Rotate you. There you go. There we go. Now we go. Now it's going to keep... So if we were to pull this out, it's actually going to put more in. So now we don't have to worry about running out of coal in these furnaces, which is exactly what we want. So eventually we're going to expand this all the way down. Okay, cool. Now the very first thing I want to do is we want to automate green science. So we can basically automate this. So we don't have to manually play with making those damn science packs. Sorry, red science is the first one. But while we're waiting, while we're actually working on that, I actually want to start this one because I want the splitter. Because the splitter is going to help us a lot. So that needs 20 science packs. So let's get started with 10. And then we will, what is that? Iron. Of course we're short on iron. Always short on iron. And we're still short on iron. Okay, we're definitely going to have to increase. Okay, so while we're waiting, let's go ahead and pop this in. Okay, there's the first 5. Okay, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, we can do 10, because then we can split it if we have to. So, we're going to temporarily remove you, and we're just going to make all of you. Come on, come on. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to have a line of ore being processed here, probably a line coming back here, and we're going to set our main buses coming up this way. So that's what we're going to work on now. Okay, we got the science packs. Let's put them in here. There we go. Nice. Okay, hurry up, come on. Once we get the splitter, we'll finish working on the ore, the coal coming to here. Then we'll also send coal over to here, so we never have to worry about this again. I better refill these. How is our power situation? We're actually probably using like 3/4 of the available power, so we're definitely going to have to expand that soon. But we knew that was going to happen, that's why we set it up like that. Okay, so let's do a quick layout here. Do we have stone? Okay, so if we follow this layout, so nope. There we go. Space 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. You know what? We might as well just make them all. Where's our stone? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want 7, 8, 9, 10. And this just shows us where we can actually start moving stuff up. So there we go. So that's going to be our first line, then we can put more behind that, but we'll have them coming back this way. Okay, so let's finish. Looks like as good a spot as any. And we'll rotate you. Going up. Okay, so now we need the splitter line. But we also need more of that. Hey, do we have enough? I think, what did we say? We needed... No, still need... Oh, it's copper we're short on. It's unusual. So let's go to our copper line. There we go. Well, might as well extend this just so we have a little bit more copper available to us. There we go. So we can make 23. So I think we needed 10 more. Maybe it was only 5 more. I don't know. Yeah, but it was only 5 more. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, we can just cancel that. Okay. So we're going to want to continue up with this, but I want to do something to sort of even this line out a little. And I'll show you why once we get this, or I'll show you what once we get this research completed. So for now, let's just continue going up. If I can hit the right key tonight. There we go. That looks good. And we're going to want a... I'm not going to set up the second line yet. Okay, so this is... So let's say that's there, and then we're going to want copper. Now, do we have the underneath one yet? Okay, so we're going to definitely need to research that after this. Which one is that? That gives us the... Oh, we're going to get that here. Nice. Cool, because that's what we're researching. Okay, that's almost done. Okay, while we're here, let's expand this a little. While we're waiting for that research to be done. Okay. Yay, it's done. Okay. So let's get rid of this for a second, and this for a second, and this for a second. So what we're going to want is, I'm going to want a splitter, which is one of the new things we just got, which requires more of copper. All I'm doing is holding down the F key. And we're also short iron. That should be enough. There's a splitter. So I'm going to break that there. I'm going to put our splitter in there. And then we're going to run our second line of iron going all the way up here. Nice. Let that fill up. And we'll go and finish this quickly. So let's split this. Where's our stuff? There. Get rid of you. Okay. Now we're going to use the cheapy inserters here. These are the coal power ones, just because they'll feed themselves. So 1, 2, and of course I'm short 1. 3. Perfect. And we'll belt them. Okay, why aren't you working for me? So we'll just start from here. So we'll go there, go there. There we go. Okay. So let's move this over. It's good, and then we'll break this here. Make another splitter. And if we place this like so, and then if we just go like so, nice. So now these are automatically going to keep our boilers fed, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And then as we just add more boilers, we just continue increasing that up. There we go. Look, they're feeding them nicely. Feed themselves first, then they feed the boiler. That's what I want to say. Okay. So back to up here. So like I said, what we want to do is we want to automate our red science. So what do we need for red science? And I guess this area, we'll do this area here for our laboratories. Okay, so red science requires 1 copper plate and 1 iron gear wheel. Okay, so first things we got to make is the iron gear wheel. So this is where the assembly machine comes. I'll make both of them just so we have both when we need them. Come on, build. There we go. So let's place the first one here, and then that will feed into this, I guess. Actually, let's do this. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Let's feed into... Let's actually do it this way, and I'll show you why in a sec. So, first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to bring some iron over here. So, let's break it. That looks like a good point. And we need our splitter. So, first thing while we're waiting for that, let's program this thing. We want this thing to make iron gear. So, it's telling us it needs iron plates. Okay, so there we go. And we'll belt this over, and we're out of belts. Like I said, never enough belts. There we go. And we'll run you this way. And we're going to need a couple of inserters. So we're going to want to insert you into here. Nope, I actually want to turn that. There we go. So that will feed the iron plates, making our iron gears. And then our iron gears will be fed into here. No, I did this wrong. I damn goofed. So let's break this. So there we go, and I think I'm just going to put you here for now. Yeah, that works. It's good enough. So we're going to have you coming out and you picking up. Yep, that'll work. And just temporarily, I'm going to put a chest in you. And like I said, buffer's always a good idea, and we're just going to limit you to 3 stacks just for now. And we might as well go ahead and set this to, what are we making? What are we making? Right, science pack. Okay, and of course power. Can't do anything without power. So where do we have power coming across here? Let's just continue this line down here. And then we can come up here. Can we feed? No, we're not going to be able to feed everything there. And everything there. Okay, cool. So now we have our gears being made. Oh, It's not going to work. Too bad. So we'll just break you, and then we'll put you here. That'll feed everything. Eventually we'll be replacing all these lines anyways, or these power lines with better ones. Okay, so there we go. Got gears being made. And this thing is putting gears in, but it also needs copper. So let's get our copper line going up. It's got a long way to go. Okay, let's actually work down this way. Okay, so this is where our copper is going to go. So let's lay our... It's going to come here. And then this is where these underground transport belts are going to come into play. Kind of a little bit expensive, but once we actually have everything automated, it's not that big a deal. Cool. So we want one recipe does make two though, which is nice. So if we place one here, I'm gonna have to just do a quick thing here, see where I have to go. Actually, it really doesn't matter because we can split. Okay, so I'm actually just going to continue going down this way. Because the second line's going to be here, so we can actually run underneath these two, which will be easier anyways. While we're here, let's build the splitter. Yeah, we can do that when we come up. I'm actually thinking of leaving... No, we'll continue this. Sort of making this as I go. Huh. Wasn't too bad. Of course, we're not going to have enough, I can tell you right now. We're going to be... Oh, maybe we are going to have enough. Wow, like just. So... There we go. So now we have our nice line coming up here. And I'm only going to have the single line coming up here. We will split it off here. Now I know this doesn't look... Eventually these will be all filled. So we want our splitter. Here comes our splitter. And we're going to split here. And then... Nice. Let's build more. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get that over to there. So what I'm going to do is, let's break this. Yeah, let's break this here. We're going to break this here and see how far I have to go. Can't remember exactly how many blocks it is. So we're going to run this up like this, if I can press the right key at all today. And then, nope, wrong way. There we go. And then how far it can go though. That's it, okay. Thought it was longer, but I guess not. And we're going to do the same thing with this iron. There we go. So, oh, I thought I had made enough. Of course not. What are we missing? Iron. Always missing iron. Get our splitter in place. No, I built the wrong one. No, cancel, cancel. Cancel, Will Robinson. Okay, there we go. So, if we place you here, you there, and then what we can do is actually just bring these both up to here. Right, not far enough. Okay, now we are going to need that splitter actually. And I think we're going to want to go this way. Yep, that looks good. So we're going to want our splitter coming off here. So one, like so. And then if we curve that, and then straighten that, and have that straighten again. Nice. Now, what we're going to want to do here is actually I'm going to put another splitter in here, and you'll see why in a second. Basically, we just want to have both lines fill up. So by putting in, I'm actually going to want two of them. And actually, we're going to fix that here, I think. Okay, so if we put this in here, I gotta look into that because I want it to fill both lanes up, and I know there's an easy way to do that. That's not it. Okay, I'll look that up. Like, I want to have both lines filled. Okay, so E, we need an inserter. We actually had one, so if we put you in there, and of course you don't have power, so we'll put your power there. Cool. So now we are automating red science. So let's break this, because like I said, this position was only temporary. Break you. And we're going to actually run them, I think, let's place it... I think that's a good place, because eventually we're going to have more than just one. Okay, so we're going to want the inserter to insert in, and we're going to want another inserter to insert out, and then we're going to need the belts. Like so. That gonna reach there? Yes, but it doesn't reach there. That's fine. Cool. So now, if we actually select a new one, which, what do we want to do? One that only needs red signs to begin with. What do we have available? That needs green, red. Oh, turrets. Yeah, definitely gonna want turrets. So we researched that. Now it's automatically feeding it for us. So we now have, yay, automatic red science feeding. So basically what'll happen, we're doing whatever we want around the map, this will finish, pops up, we select the next one. Cool. Cool, that's what I like to see. Okay, so let's quickly, we're gonna need, yeah, we're definitely gonna need more. So, where's this going? It's always one. So, it's really time to expand that. You. Oh. You're in the way, pole. Bad position. Bad pole. Okay, it's going to break everything, but we'll be back to it in a sec. You. And... there. That should be a good coverage area. Okay, so put you there, put you there. No, right. Too far away. And then another one here. Okay, so that's everything fed. Now, let's just run you. No, 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 no. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Keep on hitting the wrong button tonight. There we go. Now we're going to have ore flowing. Should increase production dramatically. Okay, what I am thinking... I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, there's a way we can should be able to sort of fix this, and let's do it right here. If I do this right, and if we put a splitter in here, and then we just drag you onto, see, automatically done. There you go. Oh no, wrong way. Wrong way. So, where's our splitter? Do it here. Then, there we go. So now what that's going to do is it's going to spread them out on, there we go. That's what I want to see. Nice. So now what this should be doing is this should be filling up both lines, which is exactly what we want to see. And let's do the same thing here, but let's do this all the way down here. Okay, so one more splitter, and of course out of iron. Cool. So let's get our one splitter. Do the same thing about here, I'd say. So break you, place you, rejoin you. There we go. Now we're going to have 2 full lines. Cool. Okay, so let's get our next research going. See, this is all we have to do. Never have to worry about it again. Definitely steel. Definitely going to need steel, so let's do that. Okay, so that's not bad. We've actually pretty much got our first major automation. Next will be green science, so we can do the next one, and we'll probably do that like up around here, so we can feed it down into there as well. And we'll have a few of these, so it'll speed up research. Okay. Are you working? No, you're just filling the one in there. Okay, we will fix that after. But that's all the time we have for today's episode. So I hope if you enjoyed what I can't even speak. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, follow me, leave a comment down below, follow me on Twitter, all that wonderful stuff. Let me know what you think of the series. Once again, thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.